Kiratawaya makite awahi se Unyumakara tiwala apa kinara urigi na samaki yana kultura ya aparaki imna satraki im yoporaki awata annaki tewa tema shatokui yanatwa. Durability. Do you have durability? Do you sometimes doubt your durability? Do you have an ability to endure? Do you have an ability to continue even when it's challenging? Do you feel like you want to give up sometimes? Do you feel like sometimes your durability is getting tested? Well, today we shall explore a little bit of this with our dear friends and teachers. Namaste, welcome everyone. This is day number 302 of 365, A Life of Bliss 365. One quote every day from the book A Life of Bliss, the Living Transmission. Channel through this one from our dear non-physical friends and teachers AnandA, here to assist us, humanity, in remembering who we are and why we are here. And today we are exploring our durability, our ability to be here, our ability to keep on keeping on, our ability to rise whenever we've fallen, our ability to see through to something that's bigger, something beyond us, something that's calling us. Because when it gets challenging and it gets tough and it gets like we've forgotten who we are, we've forgotten why we're here, like every day. That durability, that consistency, the ability to continuously show up for yourself and for the world, it's an important gift, and it's a beautiful gift. So if you're joining live, drop us a little comment, let us know you're joining. If you are on the replay, let us know in the comments. You're a cosmic time traveler in the apparent future, which is still now. And we shall get right into the code for day number 302, which is appearing absolutely massive on my screen, so maybe it must be a big quote. Big in impact. Let's make it a little bit easier to read. How's that? There we go. Okay. We speak to you to expand. We speak to you to remind. We speak to you to inspire. From the intrinsic nature of your being, your divinity. For you need not be limited by anything, if you choose to make it be so. You need not judge anything as something that can hurt or harm you. You can see it as something that strengthens you. You can see it as something that hones your ability of discernment, that hones your ability for durability. Oh, perfect. 333. It was 333 Ascended Masters, and it seemed to just freeze on the screen for longer than a second there. So thank you. A little nod to the Ascended Masters. I've been having, well, for many years I have been having durable connections with Ascended Masters, but just recently I've been having very deep, intimate initiations. When I mean intimate, it's just like Ascended Master and some aspect of this one. And it's amazing that that is continuing. But so this quote about the durability, and it's about reframing. It's always about reframing. It's not about trying to change what is happening. It's always about reframing or looking at in a different way what is appearing. Giving a different meaning to the same circumstance. Looking at the same things of the world, but looking from another perspective that allows it to empower you in a way, to strengthen you in a way, to hone your discernment, or it strengthens your ability for durability. What did they say? You can see it as something that hones your ability of discernment and that hones your ability for durability, so that you keep going. Because if you've been with any dear being who's always negative, you need a lot of durability to be with someone that has a continuous, I'm sure everyone knows someone, and maybe someone has been one of those. I definitely have been for periods of time. And then others would have to endure, be durable. Parents, I think parents, definitely my parents would have to be durable in their endurance. And others, maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. But if you've been around someone that has a constant, everything is a problem, everything's a poor me, everything's bad, it's negative outlook on life, let's say. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of energy. Like it's constant resistance. And they build up a durability in the opposite way. They build up a durability against what could be possibly something good in their life, a positive potential in their life. They build up a durability around themselves and like a casing around themselves to only see what is wrong, what is missing, what is lacking, which is actually impossible, but it's not impossible to have that experience. You cannot see what is not there. You can't find lack. Go and try and find a nothing. Go and try and find something that's missing. It's amazing how the language it's just all in there. So if you have been in that, you see that it can take a lot of energy to be with someone like that. It drains the energy because it's sucking, it's a lacking energy. But if we can reframe how we see the world, reframe what happens in the world, so when we can reframe challenges into something that's strengthening us, when we can reframe something that puts us down as something that's building us, if we can see, it's flipping it. Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda taught on this. It's like really just reframing and flipping. So ultimately we want to get to neutrality, but because we're in such density and duality, a good first step is flipping negativity into at least positivity before we get to neutrality. So whenever something we see it as negative or challenging, can we find the gift in it? Can we see it from another perspective? Has someone else went through the same thing that you're going through and actually come out of it in a different way? Or at 747, have they reframed it? I heard someone a couple of times, a few people discovering, maybe not discovering for the first time, but I read it many years ago, but I've seen a few people posting about it recently. Viktor Frankl, A Man's Search for Meaning, it's a book about a guy that was in the concentration camps, and wow, his account and experience of the concentration camps is the just absolute antithesis of everything that you would imagine there. And he lived through the same things, but his mindset and his idea. The other one that really touches me and I talk about for years and years, and I always am really challenged to pronounce her name, but I'll give it a go anyway. McNicholl. I think I did okay there. And she lived through the Rwandan genocide. And her story is unbelievable. Where one day the civil war just erupted and the Houthis and I can't remember the other group. Anyway, civil war. And overnight, through again this energy that seeks to divide and conquer and rule, and so overnight a political thing changed, and then so neighbor went against neighbor, family went against family, and then there was this huge genocide. People was killed, and she was caught up in that, and she had an incredible experience and story and teaching and gift that came out of that, where so many people could tell a story that is the complete opposite of what she shares and experiences. So no matter the experience, like those two experiences, there was people with machetes just cutting people up in the streets in the Rwandan thing. Everyone knows the stories that come from the concentration camps, and so there's people in every circumstance that the vast majority of people could call negative, challenging, hurtful, harmful, that actually come out with a different story. Every circumstance you'll find it. People come out of war with incredible stories. People come out of death and accidents with incredible stories. People come out of everything. They are in the minority because the tendency of humanity is to focus on negativity, and it's built into the egoic system to look for danger. That's why the negative person is just continuously looking at the negative. They're overrun by the egoic tendency to protect itself and to always look for harm. But if it's possible for one being, it's possible for all beings. It's not saying that it will be, but it's possible. And we get to choose. So we can choose to reframe every circumstance of our life, everything that is appearing in the world, and without being too doom and gloom, we are going to get continuous opportunities, definitely coming up, where we can choose to be drawn into what we call the matrix, the holographic inverted world. It's going to get more magnetic, more loud, more strong, because it's dying. Its hold on humanity is lessening and lessening as more people awaken to who they are. And we are being definitely called for this ability, for durability. And it's a durability of continuously being able to reframe our experiences and be extra discerning, as was mentioned in there, discerning in our diet. And our diet is everything that we consume, everything that we look at, who we talk to, where we give our attention, what we're consuming continuously, all the ways we're taking in. That's our diet. It's our total diet. Not just food and drink and those things. It's like our total consumption of this holographic reality. We are going to experience a heightened energy that would suck us into that whirlpool of misery, of separation, of divide and rule, of war, of separation. All of these things is going to intensify because the system is dying. And like a wounded fighter is the most dangerous. A wounded animal, something that feels its impending mortality, finds extra strength and will do and express things that it couldn't if it feels safe. So our ability for durability, our ability to discern, our ability to reframe, those skills, those inner skills, will become more and more valuable to oneself and valuable to the world. If you can hold a vision and a version of the world that allows another, not through coercion or not through telling them what to do, but by your very being and your example, that is a gift that you can bring to the world. If you follow the crowd and you go along with everyone, and especially again when these things get intensified and they get wider spread and there's more people that will disagree with you, all the more reason that you have to hold true to what is in your heart, hold true to what you know in your heart is true. And even in the seeming chaos, the calm in the middle, the I in the middle, not the little I, the I am presence, the I am that is the source and substance of all things. So this durability, you have this ability, we all have this ability. It's, do we choose to cultivate it? Do we choose to continue it, even in the face of challenges? Do we choose to go with what's easy and fall into judgment and fall into separation and fall into fear? Or do we walk the sometimes lonely path, the one in the lonely, of reframing what we see into a positive potential, reframing it into a way, how can this strengthen me, reframing into what is appearing, how can I use this as a gift, how can I find something beneficial in what is appearing and what I'm going through, what the world is going through, what my neighbour is going through. This is the invitation and the contemplation for day number 302. And now, as always, we get to the pinnacle. We get to the best bit. All of yoga is to get you to meditation. All of asanas in yoga are to get you to totally surrender in shavasana. Everything is leading back to silence. So every day, except for one I think, in 302, we are invited into a short sacred silence where we drop everything, drop every idea, drop all the words that have come before, drop all of the perceived positive or negative ideas, just drop everything Drop the idea of past and future and even the idea of present. Drop the identity. Drop into the heart. And allow what is to be what is as what is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Anja. Nice to see you. Nice to be with you, as always. Always. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you for joining this daily journey as we continue closing in on the 365. If you are getting value from these and you would like to continue to watch this series, or if you've missed the 301 videos, there's a playlist on YouTube where you can get it being updated as we speak. But there's a playlist going back to the day one where they're all together. So there'll be one for every day of the year. So you can go to the YouTube channel and check out the playlist, The Life of Bliss 365. I think it's maybe halfway updated. So there's a definitely more than 100 videos there. And yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a little comment. And if you feel that you know someone that this would benefit, you can share it with them, share it on the Facebook groups, like, comment, all of that stuff with those who have eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to feel this cleansing wind. We'll be back tomorrow with a recorded video for our Switch Off Sacred Sunday. I'm usually switched off on Saturday, but I didn't get it done yesterday. And we'll be back live on Monday for day 304. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are